Second to none and the been number one.
Hey yo man, what it is, what's up? This is Yebba Omari, second to none, let's be number one, let's be the king, let's be the biggest nigga, the biggest problem, the biggest cryptic. You understand me? You understand me? But then other than that, hopefully niggas are taking care of yourself. Of yourselves, like hopefully, like you niggas are doing good, you niggas are praying, you niggas are looking good, you niggas are looking clean, you niggas are drinking water, you niggas are praying, you niggas are reading the Bible. Hopefully, dog. Hopefully. You understand me? Because of me personally, I'm doing good as a person, as an individual, online. You understand me? But then other than that, this is not like this is not even a obsession, dog. Today we are reacting to Fanum exposes Cenat and AMP for selling their souls. Crazy, right? Dog, I'm reacting to this video because of like I saw like, what did I see? I think Fanum's story on IG. It was like kind of trending on IG. Like there were clips about it, all of that shit about it on the internet that Fanum posted on his story, like they sold their souls. But then he didn't specify who though. But then you know how the internet is like, dog. They automatically thought like AMP is the one, are the ones who sold their souls. If you don't know like AMP, Bruelas is Kaisenet, is Fanum, Chris next door is Agent 000 is Duke Dennis, then is Chris next door. You understand me? Actually, like the most influential group on streaming platform in the States, and actually the people who, two of them, Chris next door and Duke Dennis, are actually the people who influenced me to start streaming. You understand me? To actually like have like a mindset of, or to have an idea of streaming or how streaming looks like, the people that I was consuming their content before I even started reacting to videos. But then other than that, dog, too much yapping. Today we are reacting to Fanum exposes Cenat and AMP for selling their souls. It's crazy, dog. But then that's what we reacted to today. Let's go.
Right now, AMP is one of the most popular streaming crews on the internet. The two most popular members of the crew have to be Cenat and Fanum. Over the last few years, Kai has literally dominated the streaming space, becoming one of the most popular streamers in America. Fanum has also seen a rise in popularity as he's closely associated with Kai, being seen in plenty of his streams. They also stream together, a part of the AMP collective. It seemed like Fanum and Kai were close friends, so that's why it really caught the internet off guard when it appeared Fanum either left AMP or got kicked out. Recently, Fanum made some posts that left many questions about how his
I find shit funny. Everything will soon come to light. They should be thanking me. If you knew what I knew, you would understand. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is always strategic from them. It's never natural anymore. Every move is calculated. Funny how you gotta watch those closest to you, but that's how it goes. They think they're actual gods. We know who God really is. Their God is money, mine isn't. They sold their souls. Oh yeah, this is the story I was talking about. The story that I saw. Uh the story that I saw of Fanum. This is what he posted on his story. They sold their souls. They made I won't do it. That's what he said. And which is crazy because of recently Fanum hasn't been associating himself with the AMP. It's crazy, right? Easy. But then let's go.
relationship with AMP stands, with people claiming these tweets indicate he left the streaming crew. While I wasn't really concerned with that, what I was concerned with was Fanum seemingly claiming that AMP sold their soul and he wouldn't. Now, the internet is wondering, did Fanum just expose AMP for selling out? Hey guys, I hope all is
Like it's crazy because of like, why would people think as the AMP? Why would the people think it's AMP though? Why can't people think it's other people? Just because of Fanum is inside the AMP, now they think AMP is the ones who sold their souls. Or is it real that the AMP squad sold their souls? Is it real or is it not? But then personally, dog, like Duke Dennis believes in God, dog. I don't think like a nigga would just say things about God on the internet knowing very well how his life is like. Dog, God is very powerful, dog. You cannot play with God's name, dog. You understand? You can never play with God's name, dog. But then, bro, like me personally, dog, I doubt it, dog. I doubt like the AMP would sell their souls.
As well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Fanum exposing AMP. Let's get right into it. Over the last few years, the world has been seeing the rise of streamer culture. What was once seen as a nerdy gamer thing has now become the most popular form of content out. It's no longer just for people playing games on stream. It has become the new reality show, with IRL streamers being the hottest thing since fish grease. Leading that rise of popularizing streaming was DJ Academics. He was one of the first streamers in hip-hop who wasn't on Twitch strictly streaming games. People like Academics popularized streaming in hip-hop, which inspired the king of streaming today, Cenat. If you have been on the internet recently, you definitely know who Kai is. You can't scroll on social media without seeing at least one of the viral clips from one of his streams. He is known for taking streaming to a whole new level, taking it from the independent in your mother's basement content it started as, to this mainstream show that the biggest celebrities in Hollywood appear on. Cenat started his streaming career in his mother's Bronx apartment, where his first guest was a rat that ran across the room when he was streaming, to now hosting streams with John Cena and Kevin Hart. That's truly a massive rise, and honestly, from one Bronx native to another, that was truly inspiring. Not so much hanging around sellouts like John Cena and Kevin Hart, as I don't mess with sellouts, but seeing his progression from where he started to where he made it to is truly impressive. Seeing Kai grow his platform by working hard and making it out was truly inspiring and a great thing to see. You can't take away the fact that he
Dog, like why is it like this, dog? Like I've seen and I've peeped like what the internet has been feeding us about the Americans, dog, especially the people of color, the black people in America. Like dog, a black person in America start moving like crazy. He start like excelling, making money. Instead of congratulating them, dog, you think like they sold their souls. Sold their souls to Illuminati so that they may get coins. Sold their souls to Illuminati so that they may like gain popularity. They may gain fame. They may gain clout. They may gain fame. Like why is it like that? Why can't we see like why a lot of people can't just accept a success of another black person? Like dog, is it really a threat, dog, for a black person to be successful?
He's a hard worker and has put in a lot of work to make it where he is. However, I know Kai has made it to a level that you can't make it to without selling out. And that's exactly what people are saying Fanum just said about Kai and the AMP crew. For those who don't know, AMP is a streaming collective that consists of several streamers. I am Davis, Duke Dennis, Fanum, Agent 00, Chris Next Door, and of course, Cenat. The AMP crew started to grow alongside the rise of Cenat. One of the most popular members of the crew, other than Kai, is streamer Fanum. Fun fact, while researching this video, I found out that I went to the same school as Fanum in the Bronx. I'm a bit older than him, so I was in a higher grade. Recently, Fanum hasn't been seen on his stream, Kai's stream, or the AMP stream. This led people to start wondering what's going on, with some people thinking there might be issues between Fanum and AMP.
Dog, like people need to understand, dog, like people have personal lives, dog. Like we have personal lives, dog. Like bro, if it happens that I start streaming, right? I start streaming like now I'm doing okay. Besides streaming, let's like make an example of what's already here. You understand me? If I like start to join other brothers who are also like doing reactions, then we all do reactions. Then we have our own group. You understand? If I decide like I want to exclude myself for a certain period of time from those brothers, bro, like you have to understand one thing. If like I'm not even dropping, like I have a personal life. I have a family, dog. I have a real life too. I have a family. There are people that I need to check on. You understand me? Life is not all about the internet and everything. I have real people, dog. I have real people. I have family, dog. I have friends. I have people who I can just chill around, dog, and be like a real person around them instead of like being on the internet, dog. Like people just be making stuff, dog. What if Fanum like took a break from all that, from the internet and everything? He wants to reset. Maybe probably he's visiting the parents, the friends, like other people. You don't see Fanum streaming or around the AMP's jiggy jiggy because of his latest update on Instagram. They sold their souls. Hi, he's talking about the AMPs. Hi, bro. Dog, people have personal life, dog.
This narrative was further pushed when Fanum seemed to have claimed he lost access to the AMP page, then made some cryptic post on social media that people believe was him exposing AMP. He posted the lyrics to a song that read, "They forgot all the stuff I did. I was feeding the team when I didn't have nothing. I took a risk and I done got all of us rich." On top of this post, he also posted this, "I find it funny. Everything will soon come to light. They should be thanking me. If y'all knew what I knew, y'all would understand. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is always strategic from them. It's never natural anymore. Every move calculated. It's funny how you gotta watch these closest to you, but that's how it goes. They think they're actual gods. We know who God really is. Their God is money. Mine's is it." He then posted this, which is what made people the most concerned, stating, "They sold, they mad I won't do it." Even though Fanum didn't specify who he was talking about, he did mention that it was people close that snaked him. People believe these comments were aimed at AMP and Cenat, which if true, is some very serious allegations. In this post, if he were talking about Kai and AMP, he's painting them as a crew of sellouts, people who compromise themselves for fame, money, and success. This is one of the biggest problems with the industry. When people are faced with the opportunity of crossing over to the next level and making more money, they usually take it without any consideration. They know that it might mean aligning themselves with people and principles they don't agree with. But we know most people would do anything for money. They want to be rich by any means possible. Hence is why Fanum
They wanna be rich at any means possible. AMP, any means possible. But then, dog, me, I'm still saying, dog, like, there's no way you can preach about God, dog, like, on the internet. Like, dog, why are you talking about God on the internet, dog? Like, you can't be, like, saying, like, you believe in God, you pray, you read the Bible, then you talk all that stuff only for you in real life that you're doing, like, black magic things. Like, God, do you know, like, bro, like, do you know how big God is, Doug? Do you know how big God is? God is a creator, Doug. Like, you can't be preaching something on the internet, but then in your real life you're doing some other things. Nah, Doug. Me personally, Doug, I don't believe like any of the EMP squad like sold their soul to Illuminati or to anything, Doug. Like, these scholars believe in Bible. That's what they say, though. That's what they say. But then I personally believe that you can't be saying stuff like that on the internet just for you to go on real life and do all this black magic stuff. Nah, dog.
said their god is money. Money is what makes them do what they do. On top of this, he revealed that everything with AMP is essentially staged instead of being authentic. I honestly see this too, as streaming gets bigger and bigger. Kai is the perfect example of this. His streams have become over-the-top spectacles that are a complete turnaround from where he started. Kai is obviously getting opportunities that aren't available for just any streamer. He has definitely crossed over to the mainstream world. This is obvious. Kai is signed to United Talent Agency. For those who don't know, UTA represents some of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Some of the actors a part of UTA are Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie, Seth Rogen, Harrison Ford, Olsen Wilson, Channing Tatum, and many, many more. There is no way Kai is signed to this massive talent agency if he hasn't been compromised. The fact that he has access to all these celebrities should tell you all you need to know. Honestly, I have nothing against Kai as a person. He comes off as genuinely humble, but I can see from a mile away that he's sold out and is being used by the higher-ups. He wouldn't have been embraced by
Dog, why do other people get angry or get so jealous when another black person makes it, dog? This nigga pushed himself from streaming with the Gundwani inside the pose to meeting all the celebrities and all actors, all the actors, all musicians in the States. Now people start questioning his success now. Like, how did he make it? Like, dog, he pushed, dog. He pushed. He was there. He was pushing. A lot of people got it. But now, like, when he start making money, like, people start questioning his success. Like, dog, relax, boy. Relax. Just, like, support another black person when he's making it without even assuming that they sold their soul or assuming that they come with the black magic stuff. No, relax, dog.
Mainstream or be all over these commercials. This is why most people think Fanum was referring to Kai and AMP when he said they sold out, especially since he said you have to watch those closest to you, indicating that he was referring to someone close to them. He also claimed that their god is money. Now for some reason, Kai and the AMP members have played around with the idea of selling their souls on more than one occasion. In this old video of Kai that I've shown before, we can see Kai joke around about signing a deal and selling his soul.
If you know what I'm going for, you know what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to sign that deal. I want to sign a deal. Sell my soul. Sell my soul.
Like I always say, people tend to hide the truth in comedy more often than not. In this stream, we see another instance of joking around with the idea of selling your soul. In the stream, Duke Dennis claimed Kai Cenat sold his soul.
Tell him how this nigga like sold his soul. This nigga like sold his soul and shit. Like nigga, you really need to dig deep and not. I'm telling him like
Dog, could it be true though? Like, brothers, you all got this thing of like people tell the truth through jokes. Could it be real that Kai Cenat sold his soul for all this for the success? Could it be true though? I mean, first he was the one who said it. The second time it was Duke who said it on stream live. Could it be true though?
Again, while this could be seen as a joke, it could again just be hiding the truth in comedy. We know that all those who sell out love hiding the truth in plain sight, and this is exactly what this seems like. People also point to the AMP freestyle they did, where one of the members raps about seeing their friends sell their souls for riches.
I done see my own man sell his soul for some diamonds and some gold. Man, this shit no, but I'll be lying if I'm saying it's not tempting.
Now seeing where Kai is at, it's not hard to see he's the one that they're referring to selling his soul. Now I know some people are gonna say that just because he became so popular doesn't mean he sold his soul. They're gonna say that he just worked hard to get there. But like I said, I do agree that Kai worked hard to get where he is. Most people who are famous do. But there's a level you can't reach unless you sell out and agree to be used by the playmakers.
There is a level you can't reach. So people are this point is trying to say people are only limited in life. Like, dog, this is a big world to live in, dog. Why can we be limited, dog? Why? Why should a success be limited? Like, okay, you can be successful only to this point. You cannot surpass this point. Why is it like that, though? Why, if like a person surpasses that point, it's like, no, okay, since they surpassed that point, they sold their soul. Alright, were you there when they were signing that contract? Hey, Basmali, yeah.
Kai Cenat is definitely being used by the playmakers. Doing a T-Mobile commercial is him advertising for the playmakers, pushing their products. Even if Fanum wasn't referring to Kai Cenat and AMP, I still think they sold their souls. Now after the internet went crazy, Kai Cenat actually responded to the claims that Fanum was kicked by saying that it's all cap, calling out people for believing this, stating all of this on his live stream.
How the f*** y'all get bamboozled into thinking Fanum left AMP? Name taken. Thanks for the 100 gifted. Appreciate it. Name taken. Thanks for the 100 gifted. Bro, thanks for the 100. Yo, 100. Hold on. This is going on right now. Hold on. Appreciate everybody. Chat, let me go ahead and say something, gang. Everybody who fell for Fanum leaving AMP, I'm not going to lie. That just goes to show how much I actually watch AMP. No cap. We all know around this time or once out of the year, Fanum has to leave the US to take care of his pollen and stuff like that. You feel me? And that, him doing...
That's what I'm saying too, and this is a recent stream where Kai Cenat was like reviewing the streaming application university, the streaming university applications. This is very recent. This is like this week, dog. Oh, the past weekend. Oh yeah, but then in between there, dog. Like that's what I'm saying too, dog. Like you can be if like you decide to be an internet bro, an internet person, an industry person. You decide to be that, but then at a point, like, dog, it comes a certain point whereby you have to, like, take yourself out of there. See your family, see friends, see people close to you, spend time with them, reboot, reset. Because I'm like, bro, you can't be always on the internet, dog. Like, at the end of the day, like, we all have personal lives, dog. We all have personal lives, dog. You can never be on the internet 24/7. Yes, of course. You can do that, but then at some point you have to take a break, dog. Like, take yourself out of there. Take yourself out of there. See your family. Talk to them, laugh, see the friends, close people around you. Reset, reboot. You understand? Come back stronger. Now people are starting to assume a lot of things now. Hey, selling soul side.
And that just led into like a whole bunch of y'all gotta understand, you being on X and you looking at captions and looking at a video that's clipped out of context, bro, you can't always believe that, especially on X. That's where it stems from, especially on X. Did you hear Fanum out his mouth say, I'm out? Did you hear any of us say something like that? No.
According to Kai, Fanum wasn't kicked and he's out of the country. He then tells people to stop falling for fake narratives essentially. The only problem is he doesn't seem to address Fanum claiming they sold their soul, or why he even said any of this, or clarify what or who Fanum was talking about. Fanum clearly made it seem he had issues with his own crew and said they would do anything for money. Honestly, who else could he be referring to? The fact that Kai didn't address this head on is telling. It's like he was avoiding addressing it directly. Now we also have to take into consideration that Fanum himself hasn't addressed any of this after his post went viral. Realistically, this could have all been taken out of context or just been a publicity stunt. Regardless, it doesn't change my mind that Cenat definitely sold out to make it where he is today. Sadly, it's the same move that most people do in that position. Kai being signed to United Talent Agency that deals with the biggest names in Hollywood already tells you all you need to know. This is the opposite of being independent. He's the definition of a mainstream celebrity. It's the only reason he's able to have made it to that level. You have to understand that there's a machine behind all of this. If the machine don't push that button on you, you're never gonna make it to the level Kai made it to. We can see he's sold out by the things he promotes as well. Kai's stream pushes the same values Hollywood pushes. It's because Kai is Hollywood. Realistically, none of these streamers are pushing anything positive. I was considering making a video exposing the truth about these big streamers. If that's something you would like to see, comment expose the streamers below. These people are a part of the matrix, not against it. You have to unplug from the mainstream matrix and free yourself from their grip. In order to do that, you have to change the way you live your life. Most Americans...
Hey, dog. As a black person, like... And this world is like, as a black person, you're not supposed to make money. The minute you make money, the minute you start knowing a lot of famous people, a lot of people who got clout, a lot of people who got that big motion, that big energy, that big aura, you sold out. It's like, as a black person, you're not supposed to have that so much money because of like, where do you take it from? Hi, I worked, bro. I put myself to be there. No, you lie, you sold your soul. Hi, boo. Hi, boo. Were you there when I was selling my soul? So which means, well, if you were there, you saw me selling my soul, which means you too, you sold your soul too.
Americans eat what the system feeds them, drinks what the system feeds them, and watches TV program that the system feeds them. The system creates their identity and limits who they can be. People don't spend time learning about God or learning themselves anymore. They learn what the machine wants them to learn. They don't consume healthy foods and they don't...
Dog, me personally, dog, like you can't be preaching about God on the internet, dog. You read the Bible, you pray on the internet, dog. Do you know how big God is, bro? Do you know how big God is? You pray on the internet. There are videos of you praying. There are videos of you holding your Bible, reading the Bible. Yet you know very well that deep inside you sold your soul. Like, bro, aren't you scared of God, dog? Like, aren't you scared of God? Do you know how big God is, dog? Nah, dog. Nah, people gotta stop lying about other people's success, dog, honestly.
Don't learn about the right things. This is what's needed to unplug yourself from the matrix. Learn what they know, eat the opposite of what they put in front of you, and always align yourself with God, following his moral path, and never sell out. None of these streamers are pushing anything positive, sadly. They're all a part of the machine. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys.
Dog, me personally, my opinion, Tora's video or to the person who was researching all this, dog, I'll still say it and I'll still stand on it. You can't be pushing the word of God on the internet while you know very well what you do behind closed doors. Or maybe you can, dog. Like me personally, dog, I wouldn't do that, dog, because if I know how big God is. You understand? But then if another person can do that, oh boy, I think maybe their conscience is like wiped out, dog. It's totally like wiped. There's nothing here, dog. Like you no longer have a conscience, dog. Like you are dead inside here, dog. For you to be talking about God, got this, but then behind it, like behind the camera, behind the shut cameras, your real life, you do a different thing. Crazy business. I won't lie. But then other than that, please keep on subscribing, liking and sharing and commenting too. You understand me? Peace and love.